Hey there, sweet babies. This is going to be an Extreme Strats playthrough with Elder Scrolls Online. I'm going to show you how to really get down deep in that DPS, get your dragon points, spend them all on your good dragons, and really maximize your damage. No, I'm kidding. We're going to look at my house. We're on the island of Stros Mackay here. Let's get my scary nightmare horse out. Just right on in. Right on into where I live. Just over this cool bridge. You see a lot of water here. And we're going to load on in to Hunding's Palatial Hall. The sweet home where I live. Uh, the fun thing about this house is I am not technically quarantined inside it like my real house. So I can, as you just saw, fulfill some real fantasy stuff by entering and exiting at will. I have spent a whole lot of time just play every item in here. I've placed it. You can mess with it. Here we are, the landing. Nice little carpet. The dove to remind you of all the souls you've murdered with your bow. Because that's what you do in this game. Coming up here, we've got a little well over here. And then over here we have my friend Hideous Woodwolf. He's a good friend of mine, and he's got little flowers coming off him because he's some kind of magic or what the fuck. We've got two statues of a scary orc man with a sword because they were all I could find. In here we've got the courtyard, which has a fountain you can turn on and off. We've got a little merchant cart where I keep some stuff. We have a merchant stall here with an actual merchant you can buy things from. And then we have a workshop area where you can do some crafting, do some outside cooking. Got some nice awnings here. Let's go inside, see what it looks like in here. And we come into the first parlor and sitting room. Any of these chairs you could sit in and just kind of chill out and think about how the real world is just a goddamn nightmare. But not here, because we got a wine cellar. So that's fun. As you can see, it's empty because I don't drink in real life, but in the game, my dark elf has a very serious problem. So we got a dining room here. And if we run over here, you can see I've got a little washroom. And that's my smuggler friend who lives in there because she's weird. Over here we got a kitchen. It's got some jugs. We've got looks like some just a big old bag of green beans because that's what dark elves love. Is just straight green beans all day, every day. Let's head on upstairs. We've got some nice paintings, trophies of bosses I have murdered. We've got another little dining hall area, and then this is like a meeting room. And you might be noticing all these doors here. And fun fact, if you know anything about me, you know I have a deep love of balconies. And there's like a million billion balconies here. So we've got mostly these little small ones. They usually have little benches on them. We've got a main one over here. And this is just a cool balcony that overlooks our merchant square with some cool braziers. Almost said braziers. Oh, would have gotten torn apart on the forums for that little foible, I tell you what. Sorry if I'm swallowing a lot. I'm very, very high, and I don't feel like my mouth is producing the right amount of saliva. It's really skewed the wrong way. Over here we have another cool sitting area. You can sit in this chair and just look at this terrible mirror that reflects nothing. Over here I've kind of used tapestries to wall off a little bedroom area where you can see I've got my cool skull friend. And you can talk to him.
You ever wish we hadn't broken the Scassa Towers? Just
Yeah.
imagine a world of non-linear time.
Ooh.
Is your nose bleeding?
Uh-oh.
Stop imagining a world of non-linear time.
See, he's my best friend. Then I've got a cool canopy bed because you can't get enough canopies. Got a little balcony right off here. But there's a lot more cool stuff if we go out this back way here. See, this balcony is a special balcony. And what it does is open up onto a little stairway and bridge. And when I originally got this house, this just had like a drop off that led to nowhere. So what I've done is I've built a little walkway here that leads to this little Argonian hut I've built with a cool carpet on top. And you can kind of come up to this little tower railing here. Or we can go back down here. And if you wanted to, you could go in here, take a little nap. I like to hide spots to take naps pretty much everywhere in my house. Here we've got a tower with a statue to Sheogorath, who's the Daedric god of madness. We all knew that. Let's check out over here first. This is my stables. You see I've got this dumb horse. I'll call him Jeff. Jeff the dumb horse. He pulls the hay for the good horses, because Jeff is a very dumb horse. Look at his very dumb face. It is not a good face. Over here, we've got. See, these horses have the wisdom to cover their dumb faces. And then this is a camel. He is probably my favorite mount in the game because he's a silly little camel, but he's got crazy metal armor. So I guess that makes him better than other camels. Down here's just a lot of trees, doesn't really matter. Over here, this is my big tree. This is my big tree, love that tree. This is just other Jeff. He's a little bit better than that Jeff, so I didn't put any hay in there, because I didn't want him to have to carry as much, because, I mean, fuck Jeff. The little merchant stall, street lights that you can once again turn on and off at will. Then if we go over here, we can see the big tower, and I've got a little study area in the base of it. You can sit here and just kind of contemplate how video games are the only way you can interact with humans anymore. So that's pretty fun, and you can go up into the top. And up here in the top, we've got my cool Celestiodrome from the Clockwork City, and just a dope-ass looking table, and then another little area where you could sit down and I guess just drink. You just sit here and you look at the ocean and you drink forever and always. And we got more trophies up here of things I have murdered. So that's pretty fun. I'm going to go back downstairs here, and I'll show you the steps down to the beach. So here we have a little tent. This is a nice little sort of compromise between the fancy inside and the more roughing it outside on the beach. So you can hang out here. If you keep going, we've got a little tent for when you want to camp out. And then over here, we have a fishing shack. So you can sit in here, you got your fish, you can cook them up over here, sit down on this stool, and fish, virtually fish, because you can't, again, go real fishing, because disease lives outside. So we run back up here. We have these two little things for cats to live in, because I used to have a bunch of cats, but I changed them out for horses, because, come on, more useful. Here we have a swimming pool, which I've built some steps into. You can really just kind of, it's not a great pool, I'm not saying it's great, but you can get your feet wet in there, and that's pretty cool. And we come back around again, and more street lamps, and look at that, we made it all the way back. Here we are. Alright, Hunding's Palatial Hall. I hope you guys have enjoyed this dope-ass tour. I have really begun to lose my mind here, so expect more of this, and I'll see you guys in maybe July. Alright, bye!